I don't even know where to begin. Like, I can't believe something that we did, mostly me, obviously, 7 years ago is coming to light now.
Ridiculous. Because that's the world we live in now.
We're all fucking susceptible to that.
Everyone, it doesn't matter if it was 7 years ago. Everyone can look at something that you did now, take it completely out of context,
right?
Get their holier than thou attitude, and start lambasting you for shit.
Of course, I don't know. I mean, I think most people know, but 7 years ago, I jumped on a homeless guy's cake, but it wasn't just any homeless guy.
It was our pal.
And he was our pal.
Yeah.
We talked to the guy pretty much every day.
Every day on the walkover.
The walkover from Krock to the XM studio.
We had a few homeless people that we would talk to on the way.
And know why we had a few homeless people to talk to every day? Because they knew we were coming every day. They were opportunists.
Because we gave them money and food and shit.
So we would see the same guys, and then the word would get out. That sidewalk started getting pretty crowded. Because the word got out like there's a whole bunch of people that will walk down the sidewalk every day with microphones. They will talk to you for a little bit, and then they and their fans will just give money. A lot more money than an average day for these guys. And I'm not even trying to justify anything. I haven't apologized or any of that shit. I'm just getting the facts out there as I remember them, because I forgot all about this.
7 years.
But they don't give a fuck that it was 7 years ago. They feel like it happened yesterday. I personally, I'll tell you this much, have changed in a way where I don't even think I would do that for a radio show now.
Yeah.
Back then I would, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I was different. Most people are different 7 years ago than they are today.
That fucking one dick bag that was posting the stills from the video. And here you are only leaving $1. It's like, oh, really? So everything happened between the time the video started and ended?
Right.
It was the guy he got money, he got food. It didn't put him back at all. He had a great time like a fucking human being with people. So shut the fuck up.
But it was like they don't understand the totality of the relationship with this guy. Like, it was a guy. You did that as a dick move to a guy that you do something to somebody you know. Like, we knew this guy. It wasn't, hey, let's be mean to a homeless guy. It was like, let's do something funny to somebody that we know who's okay. It's a weird
fucking Andrew.
There's a difference between that and a total stranger. It's a total difference.
And I fully understand what you're saying, but those people, they will never even. Like, they will not even listen to the explanation.
So you
whatsoever.
can put a price on a man's dignity?
No.
Shut it.
The one thing I did say, of course I would not just jump on a homeless guy's cake. The context is that he became a friend of the show.
Yeah.
We saw him every fucking day. We messed with him every day. We goofed on him every day.
Yeah.
And he kind of goofed on us back.
Yes. It was fun.
And
it was fun.
So I felt in that world, the world we live in, it was completely acceptable that day to jump on his stale cake, make Jimmy and Anthony cringe a little bit, knowing the guy would be completely fine with it, which he was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was going to go. First of all, the reason he got money after that is he would have gotten money anyway.
Yeah.
It was like people gave him money just because he was the guy we stopped and chatted with. So you weren't just. Everybody would have been horrified if we were just walking out of context. You jumped on a strange man's cake. Right. First of all, you wouldn't have, because you might have got sliced with a razor. No, does anybody realize that you wouldn't jump on a homeless guy's cake unless you knew him?
No.
Because you don't know how he would react.
It's fucking insane.
You wouldn't do it to a guy who might pick up a broken bottle and stab you with it.
Of course not.
You do it to a guy who you know,
right,
who you're comfortable with, and there's a huge difference. We were friendly with that guy, and it was funny because of that.
Right.
It was like when and this is a different example, but like when I was on McDougal Street, and I had a nice slice of pizza, and I hadn't even taken a bite, and Louis walked over and slapped it out of my hand to the ground. Now I know the difference, homeless guy. But that was hilarious because nobody thought I'm not going to get more pizza.
Right.
It was just a guy being a dick knocking pizza out of my hand.
Yeah. And he wouldn't just walk down the sidewalk and do that to someone he doesn't
know. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I wouldn't.
But again, it's the age we are living in now gives everyone a voice. And that voice is just whatever they want to take out of context, whatever minute they want to be fucking holier than thou and jump on this cause du jour or whatever it is. That's the world we live in now. So everyone had this voice. They see something. They don't even know what the fuck it is, really, but they're outraged. Oh, boy.
They're really outraged. You know, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit for other reasons, but Not from a 1-minute video from 7 years ago.
Did you ever piss into Louis' oatmeal?
Did I do that?
How about when Louis was eating oatmeal and Jimmy urinated it?
I didn't even remember that. I had no memory of that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
That should be something I remember every day when I wake up.
Oh my God! I pissed in a man's oatmeal.
But it's not a stretch that we did this with other people
No.
within our
No.
circle,
Not at all.
including homeless people.
Homeless people, fucking yeah, Stalker Patty, friends of the show. That's just how it is.
And you know, there was more video that day. But when you're trying to make a video, that's you don't want to give away the stuff that happens after the big punchline.
Yeah.
It's not as entertaining for people. When the mics go off and you see us all like taking out our fucking wallets and paying off, you know, someone.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, it ruins the whole fucking moment.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want people to see you being nice in video.
No.
Oh,
I hate that. I don't
right?
want that rare occurrence to be seen.
No.
Oh, what do you got? Did you find
It
it?
was actually live on the air.
It was
Oh,
live.
really?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah,
Sure.
Of course we do.
Jesus.
Democratic notion to say
And you're not even wrong.
he pissing. Jim is pissing in my oatmeal. Jim is literally pissing into my oatmeal. I was half done. He just pissed into it.
I thought he was just going to stick his dick in it.
That's what I thought too.
I'm like, all right, it's pretty
All
funny.
right, I'll still eat it.
All right, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, if his dick was near it, I would still eat it.
Right, but no, it actually.
You just pissed into my oatmeal.
Jimmy just pulled his dick out
And pissed into my oatmeal. By the way, how do you have that kind of control that you can just
turn it on
piss
and off like
an
a
ounce?
spigot.
It's like your piss is a syringe with the fucking those little black gradiated lines on it.
Louis making
How many
some great...
cc's was that?
What the fuck? Holy shit. Louis making some good points
Oh
here.
my god!
That's what he thinks of what you have to say.
No, it just had to be done. The oatmeal was mocking me, daring me to urinate on it.
Like a fucking cat. You just have to piss. That's mine now.
A couple things on the homeless Charlie thing. We never
my
saw the
God.
guy. Oh, see, then we got homeless
explaining
Charlie.
something else.
Yeah.
See, we were really close with the homeless.
Yes.
What year was that?
To be Tom.
2010?
2010. It's really hard to explain our world to people that don't live in this circle of ours, where it's
Yeah.
completely acceptable in the end to piss in someone's oatmeal. You can't do that at your job.
Go ahead. Go up to the receptionist
Right.
at your workplace right now and just piss in her breakfast.
You just can't do that.
That's funny.
But we live in this really fucking strange world, and then
Yes,
when
we do.
when the outsiders, the people mostly that attacked in the last week, are outsiders that have really never heard this show. To be honest with you, I mean, the whole hip hop community got involved because World Star Hip Hop posted the video.
They are the fucking benchmark for morality.
Right?
Oh, I disagree.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah, they're completely outraged by the 1 minute homeless video. But the shit that's on World Star Hip Hop, and I'm not trashing the guys because I go there. Their videos are crazy and
Five guys
out of control. But
beating the shit out of one guy, blindside punches, kicking.
But
it's great.
They're okay with all those videos, but this is the one that really got to them for some reason. I don't get it.
That's why I just I can't fucking deal with the phony outrage that we live in a world now that's just phony outrage.
What bothered me the most, like, I understand why people would see that, like, and sit and go, "What the fuck?" Because if you don't know the show, all you see is a guy jumping on a homeless guy's cake,
Right.
and you hear laughing. Like, they don't understand that those are fans, and those are all people who genuinely liked Andrew, and he genuinely liked us. And we were talking to him about his drinking and trying to get him to stop, and then they're like, and then they did a homeless shopping spree. Like, they just didn't understand the fact that, yeah, we did the homeless shopping spree, but those homeless guys were loved.
Oh,
they were
God,
rock
that
stars.
when they were trying to goof on that, they were saying, yeah, and they've also done something called a homeless
But
shopping
they just
spree.
don't know anybody. These people who don't listen to the show just don't understand that.
It's where we
they-
give homeless people money
Yeah.
so they could buy winter clothes and be treated like fucking rock stars for a day.
They were never mocked
what
when they did that.
assholes.
And I also had to point out that it was Opie who pushed fucking for Mustard, like, you know, we didn't give a shit about. I mean, we cared about him as a man, but like, you're the one who he did the song. Yeah, me and Ant didn't push for him to get a recording contract. Really you were the one trying to get this guy.
Yeah, you didn't.
A recording contract and a deal, and it's like, and again, but people don't see that, so I have to say it because you don't. But people don't see that shit.
Well,
it's like
I sound like an asshole if I bring up the good shit. Oh, what?
Well, I felt obligated.
That's why I'm here, because you can't talk to these people. I had one tweet. I'm like, you can't explain yourself to people that choose not to listen.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to like what happened and all that, but you don't even get past the point of these people even listening to what you have to say.
And it was hard to explain that. Like, you know, first of all, it was not me who stomped the cake. But more importantly, but no, it's funny to when people just don't understand the whole picture. And I almost get why they would see that and get pissed off. Like, all right, how would I feel if I didn't know the show?
Right.
How do you explain the texture of the show and our relationships with people?
But those people, they don't care. They don't care about any of that. They don't care about the relationship we had with the guy before, during, or after.
Nope.
They don't care that it was. I was walking around my beach house. I'm renting. I don't have an actual beach house. I'm just renting for the summer. And I'm just going. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, this was 7 years ago.
7 years.
7 years ago.
7 years.
And they're like, it doesn't matter. It was 7 years ago. You're a piece of shit. I'm like, it was 7 years ago.
Again.
I've worked on myself for 7 years.
All of a sudden,
7
back
years
to
ago.
being a piece of shit.
I'm like, holy fuck. And I mean this with all sincerity. I don't think I could do that same bit now. But back then, yeah, I did. Yeah. And I had no problem doing it within the context of what we do as a radio show.
Exactly.
And the relationships we build with whether they're comics or homeless people.
Context has no place in people's lives these days. It really is an amazing place we're at in history. Context means nothing anymore.
We would bring homeless guys in, Tippy Tom especially.
Oh, yeah. Love Tippy Tom.
And as a goof, like, Ant was out one day, I'm like, hey, co-host the show with us.
Yeah.
But how do you explain that to anyone? Also, we just bring a homeless guy that didn't know, doesn't know where his meal's coming from or where he's sleeping. Next thing you know, he's hosting a radio show with us.
Yep.
You can't explain this stuff to people.
Golden bus.
We've always been friends to the homeless.
Homeless
and always,
people
always took care of them.
Very cold.
Then they attacked a Sandy Kane video saying, and he also smashed a homeless lady's guitar. She's not homeless. And she's an entertainer. She's been entertaining
homeless
forever. And she's another one that, in the end, was completely cool with what happened because she understood the context of the fucking radio show.
They were looking to be like, wow, look, I uncovered another one.
Right.
Like, oh, look at me. I'm a detective on the internet.
In the context of a fucking radio show. Would I walk around just smashing people's shit? No, I'd get my teeth knocked out.
Can't stand the fucking phoniness.
I'm not a brave person in the end. But in our world, and okay, everyone's going to be cool with this in the end. It's going to be a bit shocking, a bit edgy. Yeah. But I don't do this as I'm just walking around.
Oh, that fucking prune in a cowboy hat. Fuck her, too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot of good by her, and in the end, she sued me and Anthony over the guitar thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of O&A fans on Reddit, too. I mean, that was just...
Yeah, I appreciate the guys on Reddit that kind of, like, stood up for me and the show.
People just didn't know what to make of it. Honestly, people who had never heard of the show or had heard of it in passing or just as a bad boy show see that, and that's all the context they have.
I understand.
And that's the problem with the world we live in.
A little fucking research.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
I understand.
Assholes.
Yeah, I understand. I understand the outrage, but at least you got more of the story. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just a minute video of some random fucking homeless guy.
Yeah.
Then I'd be on your side. Fuck, we knew him by name and everything. Does anyone else out there know a homeless guy by name? We probably know 20 of them.
Good morning. Good morning.
And the line that got everybody was the line that we loved. Treat yourself. He was telling them to treat themselves.
Yeah, treat yourself. No, you know what? I don't want any homeless man sidewalk cake today.
Well, you can hear, it's funny in the video, you can hear me going, you know, it's nothing. The one thing is, I'm the codependent going, no, you have some, Andrew.
Yeah.
And Anthony's going, I am not touching that.
Yeah. Oh, boy.